Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam. We are back for another Weekly United, the place where we wrap up the week in the world of Manchester United. And of course, we have got lots to speak about. Feeling good at the moment because Manchester United beat Manchester City. And I had a feeling that we'd go and do something like that. I genuinely did. If you saw the kickoff, you'd see just before kickoff, I said, I got a feeling we're going to win this one. Because it just felt typical of Manchester United to drop points against West Bromwich Albion, 2 points there. Drop points against Sheffield United, 3 points there. Drop points against Crystal Palace, 5 points there. And if you look at the points we dropped late on against Everton as well, 2 points there. That's 12 points that we didn't need to drop. Now, I know a lot of teams can speak about points that they've dropped and why they shouldn't have and all these kind of things. But a lot of those points came in a week where we should have done a lot better. And it's that frustration that I'm feeling, but also a little bit more positive as well, because I was thinking, we go into that City game, have a bad result. We're looking over our shoulders at Chelsea, who are doing well under Tommy Tickles. Everton, potentially, if they win their game in hand. You know, Spurs, they've got a couple game in hand. So if those teams have good ends to the season, we could possibly, if things go just all over the gaff, we could possibly be in a top four battle. So we needed a big result like that, and that was a massive one for Manchester United, especially with Leicester winning earlier on in the weekend. So huge win for United. We're all feeling a bit better. Europa League football on the horizon, and we got lots to talk about. We're speaking about Edinson Cavani today, Marcus Rashford, Erling Haaland, who keeps popping up, Jesse Lingard, and anything else that springs into mind while I am recording this video. First up, we'll look at the reports in relation to Edinson Cavani, who was believed to be leaving Manchester United. That's what we heard. Now, obviously, I've taken both these screenshots from Sport Witness, but remember, and Sport Witness must get fed up of telling people this, they just, bring the news from around the world and share it. So this isn't them contradicting themselves. This is them sharing contradicting reports. So the first report we heard, and I started to shit myself, not going to lie, was that the player isn't very comfortable at Manchester United. That's why he wants a summer exit. Boca Juniors was spoken about being a potential team for him to join. And I started to think, remember when he joined? And there was a lot of talk about he wants revenge against Paris Saint-Germain. Maybe he only really joined for that. Was he only looking to join 3 teams in the Champions League that were going up against Paris Saint-Germain? Was that a possibility? Man United, Leipzig, or Istanbul? I want to go to one of those teams. That's what I started to think back to. But eventually further reports came out, and it was that the entourage of Edinson Cavani have suggested the player could stay at Manchester United and finish his career with the Red Devils. Now, whether Edinson Cavani stays or leaves is huge for United, because if he stays, we probably delay the signing of a striker until next summer, the following summer, summer 2022. If he was to leave, then you start to look at the fact that we might need a striker this summer. And the reason that would be an issue is the right wing position's a pressing issue we need to solve. The defensive midfield position is a pressing position we need to solve. And possibly a centre-back as well. Now, I have no confidence in this board, looking to even make all of those signings. Never mind throwing into the mix another striker. If Paul Pogba leaves, which is still a possibility, although there's been rumours of him staying, which is great to hear. But if he leaves, we also need to replace him. So I'd have a lack of confidence to replace all of those players. And Edinson Cavani as well, with the form of Anthony Martial this season. He had a great season last season. This season not so well, although a return to form, despite the fact he missed his best opportunity against City. He had a very good performance, man of the match performance in that game. So that was good to see. But generally speaking, keeping Cavani means, Martial, you got another chance next season to prove that this season was a blip. And, that gives him an opportunity to prove himself again. I still think you have to buy a number 9 anyway. Every single club needs competition for places. Cavani coming in we need competition for Martial's place. Now, I know these days you don't play 2 strikers, so you're never going to have 3-4 strikers, but I'd imagine that's the plan for Ollie, especially with Erling Haaland, and he's been spoken about again this week, and his release clause coming into play in 2022. Now, Borussia Dortmund may miss out on Champions League football. You know, you're then looking at, do they need to raise funds? Will they say sell Sancho, try and keep hold of Erling Haaland? Does the lack of Champions League football mean that Erling Haaland needs to leave Borussia Dortmund because he wants Champions League football? So also his future, whilst the release clause is next summer, could come into play this summer. And there's an opportunity there where maybe Manchester United in the background are going, we're not sure we want to keep Edinson Cavani. We want to bring in Erling Haaland. The opportunity is going to present itself this summer. So there's so much things that can happen in this potential roundabout of strikers. The one thing that I do expect is, you know, we will be in the market for one, whether it's this summer or next summer, whether that's Erling Haaland or somebody else. When Cavani leaves, if he leaves this summer, we need to replace him. If he leaves next summer, we need to replace him. We need to have competition for places. But you've also got, if you sign a right winger, a first choice right winger, you got Amad Diallo coming through in that position, then you can push Mason Greenwood into the central position more often. So obviously plenty of these things are going to change, but it's going to happen over the next months, maybe year or so. Erling Haaland, though, is one that's always going to linger around, and it was reported this week that he was set to reject Chelsea transfer as Borussia Dortmund star wants a bigger club, with Manchester United and Manchester City also keen. Now, I love the dig at Chelsea, but you can't include Manchester City in big clubs if you're going to say Chelsea aren't a big club, can you? Now, I know he's got the links with Manchester City because his father played for him and all that, but he's also got that link with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They keep in contact. He managed him before, etc., etc. So we'll continue to be linked to him. I'm sure City will. I'm sure Chelsea will as well. These are just rumours. Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, all these big clubs will be looking to bring Erling Haaland in because the man is guaranteed goals. Kylian Mbappe's future as well also will possibly impact his future, because I'm sure Real Madrid will want Mbappe, they will want Haaland. Which one will they get? You know, that kind of thing. So it's going to be an interesting next couple of years with these big strikers looking to make their next big moves. Where will they end up? Get them in the comments below. What do you think about the Edinson Cavani rumours as well? Do you want him to stay for another season at least at Manchester United? I definitely do. I want to see Cavani stay. You know, and I want to see Erling Haaland at Man United, to be honest. I'd take Haaland or Mbappe at a heartbeat. Obviously, every football fan would say that. But I'd take Erling Haaland. Obviously, if he was to come in this summer, you'd imagine Edinson Cavani would be off. And that's probably, maybe, why we're hearing the rumours. Who knows? Who knows? The rumour mill is going to keep on turning. Some good news about a player that is at Manchester United as well. He suffered an ankle injury in the last game against Manchester City. He ran back, great defensive display from one of your forward players. He's picked up an injury though, with potential ankle ligament damage being a fear, but it looks like it's just bruising and it's tender. He will though possibly miss the AC Milan game. And look, if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I am leaving Marcus Rashford out of that game. Whether there's no point risking him. There's no point risking him. We should be able to get through that game. We saw a return to perform from Martial. You've got Bruno Fernandes. You've got Mason Greenwood. Potentially Edinson Cavani is going to be back in the mix. Hopefully we'll hear more about that in Ollie's press conference. But you've got more than enough to be able to do well against AC Milan, with all due respect to them, without having to risk Marcus Rashford, even if you leave him on the bench or whatever, because I'm sure he's the type of person to say, yeah, it hurts a little bit, but I'll play. But we don't want him to be suffering a long-term injury, because he's a key player for us. Jesse Lingard is becoming a key player for West Ham, and he's doing really well at the moment. Despite missing a penalty, he did score the rebound in another good performance for West Ham, and another good performance for him. Despite Declan Rice calling rank and taking penalties off him now, Jesse Lingard got another goal. He's in great form, and this is exactly why he needed to go away on loan from Manchester United. Now, you know, there'll be a lot of talk about whether he comes back or not. But if he was at Manchester United, those people saying, oh, we should have kept him and he'll be playing. It's difficult for him to get into the first team with Bruno Fernandes playing so consistently, getting so many goals, so many assists, etc. Now, obviously, Jesse from the right would be good, but that's not his best position. And he's playing in his best position for West Ham. They're seeing dividends. He's seeing dividends. And Manchester United, you know, may look at keeping Jesse Lingard in the summer, but I think it's destined for him to make a permanent move somewhere, with United bolstering their transfer kitty. Jesse Lingard needs to play football week in, week out. Manchester United can't guarantee him that, which means he's probably going to leave. And it's great to see him doing really well. Got a lot of love for Jesse Lingard. Hope he continues to tear it up. Obviously, we can't play against Man United when we meet them next week. I hope West Ham take an absolute thumping then. But they're doing well and they're in with a sniff of Champions League football. Fair play to Jess. Anyway, guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. Loads to discuss today. Getting your thoughts about the Manchester derby, Edinson Cavani, Erling Haaland, Marcus Rashford and of course Jesse Lingard as well. Make sure you're keeping it locked to AdamMcKola TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe by hitting that red button. Join if you want as well to support the channel. And for now, I am going to get out of here, but we have got the AC Milan preview coming up, reaction to AC Milan and loads more stuff coming as well on AdamMcKola TV. Till then, I'll see you later.